Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Balqis binti Wang Fairuz and my matrix number is 30DLS21F1016. Today, I want to make a presentation about price determination in procurement. The first pricing determination is price analysis techniques in procurement. Price analysis techniques in procurement are methods and strategies used to assess and evaluate the prices quoted by suppliers or vendors when acquiring goods or services. Price analysis is important in procurement because it allows buyers to make informed decisions about which products or service to purchase. These techniques aim to help determine what the best price for a product or service is. Price analysis can also help to identify any hidden costs associated with a purchase and can help to avoid expensive mistakes. These techniques involve comparing prices to historical data, market research, benchmarks, cost breakdowns, and competitive bidding, among others. It is to ensure that the organization obtains the best value for its procurement needs. The first price analysis technique is competitive bids. Competitive bids is a common practice for procurement that involves inviting multiple vendors to bid for the same material, product, or service per the business requirements. It associated with a proposal and price submitted by a vendor or service provider to a soliciting firm for a business opportunity. The goal of competitive bidding is to ensure that the organization receives the best possible value for the items or service it intends to procure. The key points in this process includes: first, invitation to bid; second, submission of bids; third, evaluation; fourth, selection; and lastly is contract award. The second price analysis technique is prior quotation. A quotation in procurement is a statement or phrase that has been used by a particular person or organization in the past as an example of what they believe or how they behave. A prior quotation refers to a price or cost estimate provided by a supplier or vendor before a purchase or procurement decision is made. Prior quotations are often used by organizations during their procurement process to assess potential costs and compare them to other suppliers' quotations. They also can be helpful in budgeting, negotiation, and also decision making. The third price analysis technique is published price list. A published price list is a document or list often made available by a supplier or vendor that outlines the standard prices for their products and or services. It serves as a reference point for customers, including potential buyers and other business, to understand the cost of various items offered by the supplier. Published price lists provide transparency in pricing, allowing customers to see the cost of products or services without the need for direct negotiation. Customers can use published price lists to compare costs, make budgeting decisions, and assess the competitiveness of a supplier's offerings. Published price lists are commonly used in various industries such as retail, manufacturing, and services to facilitate transparent pricing and simplify the purchasing process for customers. The fourth price analysis technique is prices set by law or regulation. Prices set by law or regulation referred to as regulated price or price controls. Price control is a government-imposed regulation establishing a maximum or minimum price for goods and services. Minimums are called price floors, while maximums are called price ceilings. This can be done to protect consumers from price gouging or to prevent companies from selling products below a certain price and driving out competitors. They are usually implemented as a means of direct economic intervention to manage the affordability of certain goods and services, including rent, gasoline, and food. The last price analysis technique is similar item comparison. A similar item comparison is a procurement or purchasing method used to evaluate and select products or services that are closely related or comparable. It is a means to survey the cost of items from different brands or retailers, review the different prices of these items, and decide on the best offer from the list. When conducting a similar item comparison, individuals delve into a systematic and often meticulous assessment of the relevant features, qualities, and criteria associated with the items under scrutiny. This evaluation may encompass factors such as cost, performance, durability, design, and user friendliness, depending on the context of the comparison. The overarching goal of the process is to arrive at a well-informed in, informed informed judgment regarding which of the similar items is better suited for a particular purpose or which one stands out as superior in a given situation. The second pricing determination is basic approach to price determination. Price determination is a fundamental aspect of procurement, representing the process through which organizations assess and establish the cost they will pay for goods or services from the suppliers. It is a critical step in ensuring cost efficiency, maintaining quality standards, and enhancing competitiveness in procurement activities. The organization's procurement requirements includes specifying the quantity, quality, technical specifications, and any unique terms or conditions associated with the procurement. A clear understanding of these requirements is essential for accurate price assessment. So, the first basic approach to price determination is cost approach. The cost approach is a comprehensive method used in real estate appraisal and valuation to determine the value of a property. The cost approach to real estate valuation considers the value should equal the total cost to build an equivalent structure. The cost approach considers the cost of land plus cost of construction and less depreciation. There are two main types of cost approach appraisals, which is first is reproduction method. This version considers what a replica of the property will cost to be built and give attention to the use of original materials. The second is replacement method. In this case, it is assumed that the new structure has the same function but with newer materials, utilizing current construction methods and update design. The second basic approach to price determination is market approach. The market approach is a method of determining the value of an asset based on the selling price of similar assets. This approach is based on the principle of competition, assuming that a rational buyer will pay a price for a property similar to what comparable properties in the market have recently solved for. The market approach is particularly useful when there are sufficient recent transactions of similar properties to make meaningful comparisons. When using the market approach, valuators try to determine the fair market value of a particular asset by surveying recent transactions involving similar assets and adjusting them as necessary. Because similar assets are unlikely to be identical to the asset in question. The third point of pricing determination is the purchase decision price in procurement. The purchase decision price in procurement represents the pivotal stage where an organization, as the buyer, and a supplier or vendor, as the seller, come to an agreement on the cost at which goods or services will be acquired. This price reflects the outcome of a negotiation process that balances the interests and objectives of both parties. In procurement, the purchase decision's price takes into account the total cost of ownership, which includes not only the purchase price but also expenses related to maintenance, support, potential upgrades, and any associated risks. Moreover, the decision price also integrates qualitative factors such as the reputation and track record of the supplier. A supplier with a history of reliability and exceptional customer support can add immeasurable value to a procurement decision even if their products come at a slightly higher initial cost. The first purchase decision price in procurement is bid management. Bid management is a pre-sales support service for creating and submitting proposals in response to pre-qualification questionnaires, PQQs, requests for quotes, RFQs, invitation to tenders, ITTs, requests for proposals, RFPs, and requests for informations, RFIs. Bid management in the context of purchase decision price is a comprehensive and methodical process that is integral to successful procurement activities. It encompasses the steps involved in receiving, evaluating, and managing bids or proposals from potential suppliers or vendors. The process ultimately culminates in the determination of the final price at which goods or services will be acquired. The purchase decision price in procurement is bid negotiations. Bid negotiations in the context of procurement and contracting refer to the formal discussions and interactions between a buyer, typically an organization or entity, and potential suppliers or vendors with the objective of reaching an agreement on the terms and conditions of a contract. This, these negotiations are conducted to ensure that the buyer obtains the most favorable terms, including pricing, quality, and other contractual provisions, while the supplier aims to secure a profitable and viable business arrangement. The negotiation process begins when the buyer identifies one or more preferred suppliers who meet the criteria and requirements. Bid negotiations are a balancing act where both the buyer and the supplier aim to safeguard their respective interests. The buyer seeks to secure the best value for its needs while adhering to budget constraints, whereas the suppliers seeks to ensure profitability and operational viability. In conclusion, price determination in procurement is a multifaceted process that is central to the success of organizations and business. It involves the systematic assessment and establishment of the cost that an organization will pay for goods or services from its suppliers. This process is not limited to the simple identification of a price, rather, it is a comprehensive approach that encompasses various stages and considerations. The recommendation of price determination in procurement is first and foremost, organizations should prioritize transparency and fairness in their procurement process. This can be achieved by implementing competitive bidding and pricing strategies, encouraging multiple suppliers to submit bids for the same products or services fosters healthy competition, which often results in more favorable pricing. Additionally, setting clear and consistent evaluation criteria for these bids helps in comparing and selecting the most cost-effective options. Moreover, building strong relationships with trusted suppliers is a sound practice. Establishing rapport with reliable suppliers can lead to preferential pricing, improved terms, and enhanced collaboration. That's all my presentation about price determination in procurement. Thank you.